Welcome to Character Select. My name is Dave, and your mission, if you choose to accept it, is a file from Obsidian Entertainment called Alpha Protocol. I fucking love this game. This game is buggy as hell, way ahead of its time, and a lot of fun. So people talk these days about games that take into account decisions that you've made, choices that you've made, and things like that. In fact, that's a tag on Steam for a game. It's like choices matter. This is one of the first games where every single choice actually matters. I haven't played this game in a while. We'll play it on normal, but it's crazy good, and it takes into account everything that you do. So you can start, basically you start as an agent recruited for Alpha Protocol. You can either be a soldier, a field agent, a tech specialist, or a freelancer, or recruit. We're going to go with the recruit option. So if you do anybody else, tech specialists get points in certain skills. Field agents get points in certain skills. Soldiers get points in certain skills. Freelancers get points that they can use. 31 AP. Recruits get nothing. Recruits start with nothing. But if you beat the game as a recruit, then you can be a veteran, which gets you 3 points in everything. And it's awesome. Also, recruits get some fun times, too. So, yes. But yes, this is going to be the new solo series for me. It's going to take a while to get through, but it's a lot of fun. I've been kind of wanting to do this for like a year or so. Actually, longer than that. Like, this is seriously one of my favorite games. But it's buggy as shit. It's an Obsidian game, so you know it's barely completed. And even that's debatable. But it's definitely a lot of fun. I was really confused by this intro when I was watching it. I was like, wait, does that passenger plane have missiles on it? Like, what are we talking about here? What's going on? Oh, they were firing the missiles at the plane. Oh god, we're on a plane with a crying baby. It's the worst possible circumstance. I stand slightly corrected. Now, I am going to play this game in a very specific way, because there is one specific interaction that I desperately want to have happen. And it's one of the hardest things to get. But we're going to try. Has a giant flame there.
If anyone is to blame for these events, Mr. Thornton, it is you. Alpha Protocol began here, after all.
And the storytelling mechanic is great. 3 months ago, the Gray Box. Location classified.
Drugged me?
It's been a few years since I played this game, so... But, I've played it a lot. Like,
I'm gonna fail the next drug screening test. They could have just asked me to close my eyes.
So... I have 31 hours into this game on the PC, but I also had it on PS3. Which I put at least 40 hours into it there.
Good. You're awake.
When speaking to someone, you enter timed conversation. Choose a stance, suave, aggressive, professional, or sometimes A action or special stance. I was originally going to play this game and be like, you guys tell me what to do, and then I realized it's timed. It's not going to work.
wasn't sure how long
Even
to
on
stand.
Twitch.
Those tranquilizers wore off fast.
Ugh. Oh, I think I'm still coming down.
What?
Ugh, never mind. Just clearing my head.
The dose was pretty strong. I'm surprised you're even able to stand.
Where am I?
You're locked in our medical bay. And when the guards find out you've regained consciousness, they'll put you under again.
Well, I don't like that.
Any reason why you're helping me?
Mina. Let's just say I'm not a fan of the indoctrination procedure here.
All the more reason to leave then.
And how do you
There
propose
might
to
be
do
a few
that?
scenes where I
You're
do.
locked in. There's a guard outside. Eventually he's going to come check on you. And when he does...
I'll think of something. Let me check the room. There's got to be another way out.
All right, then. Don't take too long. The door's
All right.
locked down. But you might be able to find a way to break the
I
glass.
turned off motion blur. Oh my god. Ugh. Fucking motion blur. So awful. Motion blur is there to hide like screen tearing and stuff like that. It is not the best option at most times. Especially if you're running 60 frames a second. Boom!
That did it.
Guess Sleeping Beauty's had enough. That you, Mike? You just hold on. I'm sending some guards to tuck you back in.
No, you're not.
You need to shut off the alarm. Panel
Time for hacking minigames. Alright. Press L to move between circuits and A to clip a circuit. You have to do it in numerical order. Clipping the wrong circuit will decrease the time left, and running out of time will trigger an alarm. Clipping all circuits will override the board.
on the wall. Do a bypass on it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mike, careful. They probably have a guard in the lobby.
Cool. The door opened. Right, that's how I crouch. The crouching animation is god-awful, but you quickly get used to it. It just looks awkward as shit. God, I'm so glad I'm playing this game. I don't... Like, there's... Oh. He is unconscious. There's a bunch of games that I would love to play, like, just on my own time, until I realize that they're better as games that I should record or stream. And then I just don't feel like I'm up for streaming or in the mood for it, or what is happening with the... I think you got the gun in the wrong hand there, Mike. What the... Oh, God.
Ah, there you are, Mike. Gotcha.
Sir? Sir? He down. Ow! Ow! Dick! Come on. Come on. There we go. Let me just heal up a bit there, shall we? Open door. Oh god! Jesus Christ. Distracted for half a second. This is a tranquilizer gun. He will eventually just fall unconscious. So you know, that's good. Boop. Can I turn off the alarm now, please? Jesus. This one, and this one, and this one, and this one.
Watch out for cameras. If they spot you or you destroy them, they'll sound an alarm.
Yeah, if they spot you or you destroy them, they'll sound an alarm. I suppose I should have mentioned this, I should have mentioned this before, but this is a espionage RPG, as I'm sure you've been able to figure out now. This is a game about spy thrillers and being a super spy. and it's freaking awesome. When they designed it, the way it was sold to me anyway, is that they designed it so that you could play one of the 3 JBs. James Bond, Jason Bourne, or Jack Bauer. Suave is James Bond, Jason Bourne is a professional, and Jack Bauer is a fucking aggressive psycho. I don't like 24, can you tell? You can see in the lower left that I've got both a health meter and an armor meter. The armor is actually endurance. Endurance refills automatically after you've been out of combat or not been hit for a while. But health, you have to find health kits or use them or something like that in order to get that back. Ooh, more ammo. Click. Don't get to keep any of these tranquilizer bullets, which is a damn shame. Hello?
Almost gave me the slip. Now we got you.
Pick door lock. This is actually kind of hard. So you have to use the left trigger to apply pressure to a pin. Right trigger sets the pin. Line the pin along the shear line to set it. Trying to set a misaligned pin will strain the pick and eventually break it. There's no reason why this should be timed, other than the fact that it is. More bullets.
Any sign of our new arrival?
No sign of him yet.
Careful, Mike. Truck coming in. And guards at the exit. Try to stay out of sight if you can.
Whoop. So, I have the awareness skill, which lets me see where everybody is and where they're facing and their alertness. Green is good, yellow is bad, red is worse. But it only lasts for a few seconds. Once you upgrade awareness, it lasts for up to 60 seconds, and then up to... and then it's just permanent. It's always on. Which is cool. Like, the skills that you get better. I love it. Oh, shit. Critical hit! If you aim long enough with a pistol, you're guaranteed to hit what you're aiming at. Eventually. Do 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 do. Hup. It is entirely possible to sneak through here without actually, you know, antagonizing anybody, but you know, where's the fun in that? Except for that first guy. That first guy always gets his ass beat. Tutorial. Find the 2 passwords hidden in the data stream. This is hard. Everything is moving except the 2 passwords. Yep. Cool. So, this one is right here. And this one is over here.
End of the line, Mike. Give it up.
It's easy when there's 6 digits in each password. It's hard when there's 3 in each password. Oh, and if you think that you can shoot somebody on camera and nobody will care, you are wrong.
All right, Mike, that's enough.
That's enough? I think that's my line. What the hell's going on? Why did you drug me?
We need to get the location of this facility confidential, especially if you got kidnapped and questioned.
I have special recruit
Is
options.
this place hidden?
Very. Not only does this place not exist, but places that think they know about this place, well, they don't exist either.
That's a little confusing.
Hell of a lot easier than politics.
Let me guess. You're not done hazing me yet.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions, run you through some more tests, then you and I can talk. Face to face. That make you feel better?
It depends on the tests, I guess.
Well, then I guess it depends on how you do on the test, then. Starting with this one. I've been reading and rereading your dossier. Although with your experience, it's more like a pamphlet. Fresh out of Langley, we had to wipe behind your ears before shipping you over.
I think I've got potential, sir, and I'm anxious to prove it.
We'll see. If you gain more experience in the field, you may want to specialize further. But we can leave that until you've got some missions under your belt. That's it. Now I'm going to let you out of the pin here and meet the rest of the crew.
All right. Is there anything I should know?
Nothing you can't find out on your own, and from the staff here. They'll be running you through the basics of weapons, gadgets, and espionage tactics. When you're cleared on the basics, come find me for your assignment. I won't lie to you, Mike. It's a big one, and dangerous. But I think you're the man for the job. Make the rounds. I'll see you soon.
Sir, you're not supposed to get that close to the
Right.
camera.
Just like high school. Take some tests, then chat with the guidance counselor about my future.
Yay, I leveled up. So you get 10 AP every time you level up. And you can buy skills. These ones are easier to get. These ones are more expensive. But yeah, you can get things like Concealment Basic reduces the range at which enemies spot you while moving in cover in a crouched position. Awareness improves Mike's ability to sense placements. It lasts for 60 seconds instead of 20. Silent running means that you can run without making any sound at all. Pistol is the only weapon that you'll ever need. Sabotage lets you use devices. Technical aptitude lets you interface with devices. Toughness is just straight up, how much damage you can take. And martial arts is CQC proficiency. I'm going to buy a level of martial arts and a level of stealth. Oh, and you might have noticed that it said perk acquired professional. I got this perk. You've tried the professional approach in your first few conversations, which increases my endurance by 5. There are, I believe, 120 different perks in the game, if not more. Oh, and you can also see your stats. Enemies knocked out by hand-to-hand, blah, blah, blah. You can see how many orphans that you've created by killing people. And you can see your total medical bills. Orphans created takes into account where people are killed. For example, in the Middle East, where they tend to have more children, killing somebody there will create more orphans. Whereas putting them in the hospital will create fewer medical bills because their hospitals are cheaper. It is fucking hilarious that's something that they actually put time into.
Big ass screen.
Big ass screen indeed. All right.
No weapons past this point.
Fuck you. My hands are deadly weapons. Alright. Okay. Use the locker to change appearance. After using the locker, proceed with orientation and return to the interrogation
Probably
room.
want to change. Go on. Your gear's in the lockers.
So now we get to customize. So I'm pretty pale. Very pale. We will go with stylized hair and full-on lumberjack. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I wanted to, but I can't. Circle beard is what I got, but we'll go with the groom beard instead. Yeah, we'll go with the groom beard. Hat, camo hat backwards, baseball cap, swamp hat, beret. You don't get to choose your character's gender or their voice or anything like that, but you still get to do a lot of customization, so it's pretty cool. Half rims. My eyes are hazel, technically.
Orientation's not mandatory. You can turn around and go back to Westridge right now. Although that might make them upset.
Alright. So, Twitch chat is telling me to go full murder hobo. So, there we go. Alright. And then you can get a perk by sitting here and listening to this fucking guy, so we'll just...
It's not the last. With our will and our resolve, our Samad shall continue these attacks, fight the aggression of the West with its own weapons. Yes, for weapons have been delivered to us. Weapons that will make a graveyard in the skies of our enemies. We have the ability to strike far and to strike swiftly. There are no limits to our reach, no limits to the justice we bring in the name of freedom for our people. I am a man of my word, and this I promise you. This attack is but the first that Al-Samad brings against its enemies.
Didn't you already say that?
As fire rained down upon us, so shall Al-Samad bring fire to your people as well. The West and its allies shall bear the cost of what they brought to our people, to our country, and they will answer for it. You seek to take our land, undermine our faith? All that you have seen this day is the answer to your brutal acts, the only language America understands. I am a man of my word.
Shut up.
And
Like,
this
seriously,
I
buddy.
promise
Just stop talking.
This attack
Stop
is
it.
but the first
You've already said that.
brings against its enemies.
Oh, thank God. So if I go over to my service record, for doing that, I get a 5% intel discount from Saudi vendors. It's worth it.
You might
It's
want
just...
to take it a little easier when you escape next time.
Thanks, Nolan North. There. And... there. Access email. Medical bay is off limits until further notice. In the event of an emergency, notify your supervisor. Regarding the parcel, buyer is confirmed as an agent of Al-Samad. Seller appears to be operating under the name Nasri. Recommend follow-up on Nasri to determine source of funding. Forensics team has completed survey of suspected firing location as predicted by triangulation models. Good news. Evidence of a ground-launched missile would have had to have been a guided missile. No way an unguided rocket could hit the airliner at that altitude. Has been confirmed by discarded sabot and particulate matter, both of which were fired with 99% certainty when Flight 6133 was shot down. Bad news. The missile sabot matches no known ground-to-air missile systems. None. There's no discernible markings, no telltale design marks. Sizing and composition makes it a sure bet for a NATO-built weapon, but beyond that, we can't place it. It's almost certain that this is some sort of new generation tech. Attention, we have a new fish coming on board. You'll refer to him as Michael Thornton, which implies that my character's real name is not Michael Thornton, which I just love. Taking a bit of a chance on Thornton. He's pretty much a raw recruit in the CIA, only 6 months of field work to his name. We'd normally expect more field experience from an applicant, but his intelligence and aptitude are off the charts. He's a natural marksman, learned conversational Farsi after only 8 days on assignment in Iran, and, according to his handler, broke a terrorist cipher in his spare time. Needless to say, the kid's talents are going to waste at the CIA. We put through the opening ceremony tomorrow, complete with the hostage scenario and obligatory sight games. Assuming all goes well, he'll be on our short list for Desert Spear. Parkmeister, I need you to run some fast fact-finding sweeps for me. I have some names I need to follow up on. Homework, Social Security Days, usual rundown. See the attachment for names and leads. I've run the names he sent me and found 17 out of 18 to have merely circumstantial links. There was one element of interest. Skip Baxter, the GOP lobbyist on the list. I found an interesting money trail on him. He collected re-election funds from 16 different corporations, and pooled them into the True Leadership PAC Fund. However, a check for the exact amount of money Baxter put into the TL PAC Fund went out on a check numbered 1016 and memoed restoration. The check was buried into blah, 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 blah. The check was buried internally, but I found the cash check in the records of a bank in Saudi Arabia cashed by Nigel Winthrop. While there are 193 Nigel Winthrops in Interpol's database, that name is a known alias of Shahid. Really, Sean, I'm not interested. And the whole mention of grandkids is just a little bit creepy. So, Sean's got a thing for Mina, and Mina does not got a thing for Sean. So let's go meet them. Let's do gadgets.
Mikey, be with you in a moment. I'm just setting some things up here. I'm Sean Darcy. I'm going to be running you through tech orientation.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Happy to be here. All right, then.
Just busting your chops, new guy. Don't worry about it. You and me should get along fine. Even after this.
I'm glad you finally showed up. Thought you might have gotten lost on the way here. Or were too busy beating up some more guards.
Neither. Just surveying the area, actually. Checking out the facility.
God, that beard looks so
Oh, by the way, not a good idea. Hitting the guards, I mean. The ones here have a lot of time on their hands, and that means a lot of time to hold grudges.
I'll keep that in mind, but I wasn't expecting to be drugged and attacked.
A good agent's ready for anything, Mikey. But enough chit-chat. We got a lot of work ahead of us.
Do we?
You do. I'm mostly here as an observer. I'll be doing your evaluation, too.
What's that out there? A used car lot?
A target range for you. For me, more like a shooting gallery. Head out the door there and we'll get started.
All right, then.
Open the locker and equip yourself. Use them all, just come back and grab some more.
Gear up.
All right, everyone's favorite. Grenades. Let's see that arm of yours. Go on. Start checking them. They're concussion rounds, so don't be skittish. They sting, not kill.
Ding. Pop. Pop.
All right,
Pop.
now how about something more challenging? Try a ricochet to hit the target behind the wall. Lob it behind the target and use the wall for a hook shot.
Goddamn tutorials. Boop.
Now, try and get one through the window.
Boop.
Now for some fireworks. Try and chuck one beneath the truck and take out the gas tank.
Boop.
Never get tired of that one.
I thought they were concussion
See that
grenades.
electronic lock there? Use your EMP grenade to shut it down. It can save you time in the field.
So normally you can hack it, but you can also... Boop. No? Yeah, I did that. Then what? Cancel and use the fucking thing. What? Oh. Don't put it on the wall.
Shut down. No more lock. All right, see that locker there?
Now the thing is, grenades are obviously loud.
You want me to place one on the door?
Nice, and just in time.
Hey, Dart, open up.
Guess some of the other guards will be pulling double shifts for a while. You know those guards you beat up when you got out of medical? Yeah, well, they're gonna be joining us in a second. You've got a head start, so if I were you, I'd set an ambush or just start running. Me, I'd use the mines. That's what they're for.
Let's get your first shot at him. Spread out, watch for devices. Hey, Dart, lay down. Sneaky bastard.
Yeah, the AI in this game isn't necessarily the best, but it's okay. It works for what it needs to do.
The doc's gonna be pissed. Alright, all done. Head on up, Mike. I'll give you a breakdown on your performance.
This one, and then this one, and this one, and this one. Just don't like the sound of alarms. Makes me skittish.
So, Mikey, you did all right on the basic run.
No damage taken.
You know, that performance wasn't half bad. Almost as good as my record. How about we up the stakes? Take this to the big leagues.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
All right, me and the guards, who you already met when you woke up, pooled our petty cash. And we'd like to make you a little bet.
All right. I'm listening.
It's a rematch. On our terms. It's simple. Disable all the alarms and escape the area in the time provided. And you take home the winnings. If you lose, you'll owe us. Got it?
Done.
Sounds good to me.
Just head into the range and we'll get to it, Mikey.
All right, then. Tell your team to get ready.
So here we are. Rematch. For you and the guards. But on their terms. So listen up. There's alarms hidden all over the course. All you need to do is shut them down. But the guards are gonna try
I'm
and
pretty sure
reset.
this is
Every time an
bugged.
alarm goes off, another squad's coming in. And they all want a shot at you, trust me. Alarm goes off enough times, and you're gonna get trampled.
Not really.
You have the technology to beat them. So let's see you even the odds. If you can.
Just give me the fucking... Oh. So all I have to do is turn off the active alarm. One. Oh, but then I have to wait. That's right.
Trying to get back to the medical bay, huh?
Whoa. What the? Okay. We're having a good time now. Yeah, go off! Jesus. I don't think I can actually fail this. Maybe I can? I don't know. Give me that. Boop, and a boop, and a scoot, and the boot shoot boogie.
There's the alarm again.
Yes, but now my radio mimic is refreshed.
There you go.
And we're done.
Sick of hearing them anyway. Thought they might have you for a second. Guess I was wrong.
I thought they did too, but apparently not.
Someone in to clean up the course.
Jesus. I only knocked out like 5 people.
Made a real mess of things. In a good way.
That's all I need.
$20,000.
You say so, Mikey.
Petty cash my ass. Alright. How about we do weapons training next? None of this is actually required, but it's all tutorial stuff, but the stuff that you get for it is so worthwhile that there's no reason to skip it.
Agent Thornton. Hello.
Hello, Mina.
Hey, you're the one I spoke to when I woke up in the medical bay. Glad that wasn't a hallucination.
It may have been. Do you remember my name? Or do I need to write it down for you?
Mina, right?
That's right. Good to see you've recovered from the medical room with your memory intact.
And yes, you can make people pissed off with you.
Speaking of which, I don't remember where I left my keys or my passport.
Confiscating personal items is quite routine. I wouldn't worry about that.
Do I get them
Let's
back?
get down to the task at hand. I'm here to run you through the weapons training and test your accuracy.
Sounds great.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I excelled at the academy. This should be fun.
Well, all right. Usually I get a lot of resistance to the training exercise. Or a comment from new recruits about how their guns check out. And then they flex. It's pretty tiresome.
Oh, guns. Right.
Right.
So...
Just head through the door to the firing range, and I'll keep in contact with you over the interface. Head over to the table, get your weapons.
I forgot how
and we can
how
begin.
good the writing in this game is. Alright, let's grab us some weapons.
Standard field agent package includes a pistol, SMG, shotgun, and assault rifle. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's start with the pistol.
Okay.
Equip the pistol, then aim down range and take some shots at the target. Good aim. Now, steady your aim for a few seconds. Then fire. Precision shots can take down a target quickly.
Pop.
Now, let's move on to the submachine gun.
Do we have to? I hate it.
Now let's empty the clip. Let you get a feel for the recoil. Now take cover. Still using cover, take some shots at the target. Accuracy's terrible when firing blind, but it can get the job done, eventually.
So every gun has like a
Now try popping out and focusing your aim. You can use
A
cover to
thing.
your advantage here. I've unlocked the door to the tactical range on your right.
So everything has
Let's
a
see how you
different
do against some moving
different
targets.
use. Pistols can get critical hits very easily. SMGs, you can see the little bar just beneath it. The more guys that you kill, the higher your multiplier gets until you reload, at which place it goes back down to 1.0. So you can do more damage the more guys you hit, which is pretty cool.
Now, with the pistol, you'll want to be patient and attack when targets get close. Good.
Do 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 do
Now
do
for the
do do.
shotgun. Holding the trigger steady and firing can knock down even heavily armored targets.
Shotguns get knockdown shots.
Good. Next.
And the more you specialize in a particular weapon, the more, the easier it is to get these critical shots.
Now for your submachine guns. If you're trapped in close quarters with multiple opponents, the SMGs can help clear the room quickly. Not subtle or quiet, but... And that's enough.
Cool.
For long-range encounters, the assault rifle's the key. It's accurate, powerful. Just be sure to line up your shots carefully.
The low-level
Watch for
assault
attackers from
rifle,
above. They may be out of reach, but not rifle range.
That's
it. Take the ladder, head up and back. All done.
sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here. So the low-level assault rifle, the level, like the untrained level of assault rifle, is hot garbage. Because there's no... It takes so long to aim or line up a critical hit that it's not worth it.
Good, Mike.
High-level
Unlocking
assault
the
rifle is
results now.
devastating.
Alright. Is somebody out on the course?
Darcy. He's trying to beat your time.
Huh. Well, good luck to him, I guess. Hasn't he already gone through this training, though?
As soon as he knew you were talking to me, Mike, he was in here in a second. In case he saw you as a challenge for my affections. It's like a cage match with you boys.
We're gonna have to do a cage match?
Not if I can help it.
Fucking Mike.
But no, Mike. We don't do cage matches as part of the training.
Oh.
I mean...
So, can I get my score on the course?
I was looking forward to that. I missed a few times.
It's pretty good. Not the best on record, but still. You can give it another run if you want.
I do want to give it another run.
I can beat my own score, no problem.
Okay, let's give it another go. If you do better on this run, your new score will overwrite the previous one.
Cool.
I've unlocked the door to the tactical range on your right.
Damn it.
Now for the shotgun.
I don't want to use the
Holding
shotgun.
the trigger steady and firing can knock down even heavily armored targets.
Give me a target.
Good. Next. And that's enough.
Damn right it
Long-range
is.
encounters, the assault rifle's the key. It's accurate, powerful. Just be
Give
sure to
me
line
a
up your shots
target.
carefully. Watch for attackers from above. They
They may be out of reach, but not rifle range. That's it. Take the ladder, head up and back. All done.
So the goal here is to get a certain score. So that she gives you an extra assignment. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-ba-do.
Good, Mike. I'm logging the results now.
Are they
All
awesome?
right, let's see here.
96. I think I need to get over 100.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I need to get over 100.
Record, but still.
We'll do it
Give it
again.
another run if you want.
Can you make the targets pop up faster, please?
I can beat my own score, no problem.
Okay, let's give it another go.
Let me
If you do
skip.
better on this run,
That's right,
your
you
new
can't
score
skip
will override
conversations in this
previous
game.
I've unlocked the door to the tactical range on your right.
No shit. Did it?
Now for the shotgun.
Yeah, now for the shotgun.
Holding the trigger steady and
Shut up.
firing.
Shut up,
And
shut
I'm
up, shut
done
up, shut
with
up.
heavily armored
Give me the
targets.
targets. God damn it.
Good. Next. And that's enough.
Not sure I hit that other guy, but hey, who cares?
For long-range encounters, the assault rifle's the key.
So if you focus the assault rifle all the way, then it guarantees that all 3 bullets will hit. Whereas otherwise, you've got recoil to deal with.
They may be out of reach, but not rifle range. That's it. Take the ladder, head up and back. All done.
That should be good enough. Maybe? Yeah, this episode is basically going to be the tutorial stuff, which is still interesting because it still lets you get introduced to the characters.
Good, Mike. I'm logging the results now.
Are you,
All
Nate?
right, let's see here.
157, baby. How the hell did I get that much of a
One
score?
of the most impressive scores I've seen.
Goddamn right it is.
With that in mind, if you did so well, I'm wondering if you'd be up for something more challenging. A bonus round.
This course is a joke. Did you scale it down for that jackass? I could walk the rest of the way.
Jackass? Now I'm hurting.
So will Darcy. Did I mention we don't use live rounds?
Simunition.
Sting, though.
I'm listening.
Go in there, and if you can hit Darcy where it counts, that'd be worth a recommendation in my report. And worth some rep with Westridge. And it'd be earned.
Sure, sounds good. Any preference on weapon?
These targets are pretty easy for someone to hit. Thornton could have aced this thing blind.
Give me the gun.
Let's start with the pistol again. Don't worry. We're using tranquilizer rounds, so you won't be doing any lasting harm to your targets. Besides,
So,
turnabout is fair play. They drugged you, so...
so you have the option on where you can shoot them, and it actually does make a difference. But you always go for the nads. Always.
All right, you're all done. Head on back.
You can shoot him wherever you want. If you shoot him in the head, he goes right down and doesn't say anything. But if you shoot him in the nads, you get a special animation for shooting him in the nads, so why wouldn't you?
All right, let's see here. Well done. Critical hit. I don't think I have to worry about Darcy coming by again.
Anything else
Nice.
I can do?
No, Agent Thornton. Mission accomplished. If you haven't seen Westridge yet, you may want to pay him a visit after all the training is done. You've certainly aced this exercise.
Well, I am a badass. Sad but true. Alright, so we could go talk to him, but there's one more thing. Might as well get introduced to Alan Parker. Stereotypical jackass.
This is a restricted area. The vending machines are down the hall and to the right.
I may be new to this, but not that new. Don't you have interns for that?
No, we don't. You're Michael Thornton, Westridge's candidate.
Hopefully, yes. It was a lot like the Untouchables route. It was fresh out of basic.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the reference. You were chosen not because of skill or experience, but because you're under the radar of most intelligence agencies.
Flattering.
Obviously, Westwood sees potential in you. Let's see if it's earned.
Okay.
So, orientation. You are familiar with the premise of an obstacle course, I assume?
I'm not that green.
We'll see. Up the ladder is the training area. The first test is navigating through the environment without being detected. Following that, you'll be facing live challenges against the agents here.
All right, I'm on my way. Hope this course is ready, because I'm not taking any prisoners.
Fine. Sooner you're through, sooner we can both get back to work.
What's the deal with the security panel?
It secures the entrance. If you're as capable as Westridge says, then you should have no trouble hacking it and gaining access to the course. Clock's ticking.
Great.
So the gadgets way is the James Bond way. The
Course begins now. Hack the door in front of you to gain access to the course.
The guns blazing way is the Jack Bauer way, and
Always
the
check your
stealth way
surroundings
is the
for
Jason
cameras.
Bourne way.
Can't have you appearing on the nightly news. Mind the gap. The key to stealth is timing. Pay attention to camera movements, then exploit their blind spots.
Boop 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 ba doop boo. Pick door lock. Click. I believe when you're doing this on keyboard, you have to move the mouse wheel. It's ridiculous. Some guy just ziplined in. Woo! Come on. You fucking kidding me? Dick.
Taking in the view. I've unlocked the security door. I doubt the view is the control room for your evaluation.
Sir! Dick. Well, I got spotted, so I'm gonna have to run that again.
Several factors. Sorting the numbers now.
I still got over 100.
Outstanding.
Hey, there we go.
Average,
Nice.
especially for a trainee. Okay. You want to run it again?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Very well, I'll log the results. Westridge can complete your evaluation once you finish the other tests.
Anything else you could share that might help me out? I feel like I've already got the basics down.
Of course, not enough of a challenge for you?
No.
No.
Then I have an assignment for you. This one.
God, that alarm is still going off.
What? You mean like a covert training op? Aren't you guys carrying orientation too far?
Nothing of that Alpha Protocol is orientation, Agent Thornton, despite the semantics. The penalty for getting caught, however, won't be a poor score. It'll be detention.
I'm cool with that.
So, are you up for it or not?
Sure.
Well, I'm up for it. Let me see what you need. You want me to head back to the medical center? Why? What's the file name?
Jacob, not only will this be a much more practical use of your talents, but I think you'll be curious to see where in the world you're going to be sent.
Any other intel I should be aware of?
Nothing you can't find out on your own. We aren't even having this conversation right now, and the clock is running.
Got it.
Alright. Let's go do something we shouldn't do.
You don't have clearance to come in here.
Punch you in the face, dude.
For clearance. Go ahead.
So the trick is to get through here without getting spotted. Technically, you don't have to worry about not getting spotted, but it helps your evaluation later. Also, his sneak walk animation is actually really fluid. It's surprising. What are you doing, Dumbo? Come on, big shoots. And he's out. There's actually the reason that you want to do this particular thing is because there's actually stuff worth grabbing here. So dossier info is basically background information for the characters that you run into, and it's interesting, it's helpful and stuff, or it's interesting, I should say. But more importantly, the more you know about the people that you are interacting with, the more conversation options you get with them. So it's always to your benefit to grab as many dossiers as you can find. With, I think, one exception where ignorance is actually the better route. Camera. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Nobody here. Okay. It's cool. And I imagine if they were making this game today, and if they had had the time to actually do it, you would have like in-universe screens that would show what the cameras are actually seeing, so that you could plan out things ahead of time. You would have like when Obsidian gets the time to do what they fuck. God damn it! It's fine. You didn't see nothing. When Obsidian gets the time to do what they actually set out to do, like, this game got pushed. This game got rushed. So, there's, like, entire sections of the game that are lacking, unfortunately. But what's here is of such ridiculous connectivity that it puts Mass Effect to shame. I don't say that lightly. I love Mass Effect. So somebody saw me, so that's not so good, Al. He's not gonna like that. Also, some new guys have shown up, I believe. Not yet? Okay. Boom. Open door. Hide. Yep, dude's here. Oh. My awareness is out of order. I've broken my awareness. You can see me through windows, so you must be neutralized. You didn't see nothing. He's not going to be happy that somebody saw me.
As I asked,
Got the data, no problem.
I'll download it from your PDA.
Sweet.
Were you seen?
Not enough to reveal what I was doing. Now that you have this file, huh? Anything you can tell me about my real assignment?
You're going to the Middle East to recover stolen prototype missile technology. Your probability of success is in the lower 20th percentile.
Wait, I'm going to the Middle East?
I've downloaded intel onto your PDA. That should prove useful when you reach your destination.
That intel you gave me, why wouldn't I have that already if I'm going on the mission?
That is a good question, Agent. I would find an answer to it when you can. If not here, then in Saudi Arabia.
I don't like the sound
Saudi?
of it.
Good.
Saudi?
So when am I shipping out?
After you finish your orientation with Westridge, it's customary for him to outline, in a slow and plodding way, his expectations for you. Then he'll send you to fetch, like a good dog.
I'm not sure I like that comparison.
Yeah, well, none of us do, Agent. But such is the nature of the kennel you've been put in. Was there anything else?
What do you actually do here?
My primary role is intelligence analysis, but at times I serve as a handler during sensitive missions.
They use you on missions? You're kidding me. Why?
I can resolve situations a field agent would hesitate at. They might be missing facts. I won't.
That's pretty arrogant. What about instinct?
I put more faith in comprehensive knowledge of regional and global politics, plus a thoroughly researched chronology of the events leading up to a mission.
Facts are only going to get you so far.
Unlikely and untrue. The smallest event analyzed incorrectly or acted on improperly could have great repercussions.
Like butterfly wings sparking a tornado? That kind of thing?
Spare me the butterfly cliche. Guerrilla actions, nuclear tests, exposing a corrupt politician, a rise in grain prices, and... yes, the downing of an airliner in the Middle East. All of these things have the potential to create larger catastrophes.
Okay.
Controlling the repercussions of these events, getting agents the information they need to put fires out before they rage out of control, that is my job.
So when I'm in the field, my orders come from you or another analyst. My job is what? To listen?
Yes, it's a numbers game. But decisions must be made quickly. If the decisions are solely reactive or passive, well, then you operate at a disadvantage.
So sometimes you create events.
For political equilibrium, yes, at times. At other times, to give America an economic advantage.
I thought we were mostly mission-driven.
We are. But even you will see the effect that even seemingly minor interactions have on the structure of a mission. Carry the logic one step up, and it shouldn't be hard for you to grasp.
You like working here?
My responsibilities don't account for that, nor should they.
You know, I actually thought you were the janitor when I arrived.
That would either be an insult or an excellent deduction. I'm guessing the former.
I was actually just trying to make conversation. But why would that be an excellent deduction?
Because, Agent, Alpha Protocol can only maintain plausible deniability as long as no one knows we exist. That means continually cleaning and scouring data, masking our communication lines, and protecting our global positioning.
If that's your job, that's your job. Seems to me like it could be a lot worse.
Actually, you have no idea. I am merely stating the facts. If you want to debate them, do it silently.
So that janitor comment, I hit it right the first time around.
So in short, yes, I clean up after others, and if necessary, I'm the one tasked with shutting this program down.
Shutting it down?
Turning off the lights, putting up the chairs, locking the door.
What does that mean exactly?
This place cannot be found. If Alpha Protocol is compromised, any evidence of the program must be deleted.
But what happens to the... I mean, is there an escape route, or what happens?
What do you mean, Agent? Be specific. I dislike dancing around an issue if one exists.
What happens to the program? Seems like a waste of resources.
You are correct. If ended, it starts again under a different name, with a new agenda.
You sound like you've done this before.
If I
And
have,
I'll probably do
it's
it again.
Classified. Or perhaps I'm joking. Are we done here, Agent? I think I've answered all your questions.
Some of them, yeah. The others can wait.
All right. Well, Alan Parker is kind of a dick. Moving right along. Ooh, I leveled up. Sweet. Alright, so we actually got 2 AP by admitting that we were recruiting a lot of options. So even like the first few plus 5% weaponry discount, plus 5% gadget discount, plus 5% intel discount for Saudi missions. I mean, there's a lot of ways that even the beginning of the game can influence what you do. We're going to up technical aptitude and get some more stealth. Excellent. So now my awareness ability is even better.
Area's off limits. Use your PDA if you're turned around.
People's elbow. Alright. Let's go talk to Westridge in a long and boring conversation.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit, I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
I gave it my best, and so did they.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the test.
Nobody's gonna like me anymore.
Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report on your weapon skill was impressive. In fact, I think you outperformed many of the guards. And it's your first day.
She's a good teacher.
She is. And she has a good eye for potential. I'll let her know your opinion.
Nice.
Here's a surprise. A positive evaluation from Parker. On the number side as usual. But he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did. What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise. Assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
I want to serve my country.
And you think by being assigned here is the best way to do that?
Give me a mission and I'll prove it.
What makes you think you're ready?
Patriotism.
I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
I get an opinion? Or is that a rhetorical question?
All right, let me be more specific. Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
Okay.
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something wrong with how I deal with people?
No, believe it or not, you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because your psych profile says you're skilled at manipulating others.
Oh, I'm a sociopath. Sweet.
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
And if I want to impress them?
You don't always want to or need to. Having a good or bad rep with someone can actually gain you different benefits. Sometimes you want to piss someone off, so they can't think straight. Other times you want to build a strong rapport with someone and talk your way out of a bad situation.
Also true.
All depends on your objective. This goes for your handlers as well. We're going to be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset. How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
Sort of.
If I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want. I didn't realize this was an acting gig.
No, again, there are no bad choices, just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them, which can affect their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to know the real me.
If only. Time's something no one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation. Although that can be a plus.
What, like stalling for time?
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone. So if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can. So if you need to get to the point, act instead of fight. For example, if you don't think I have any more to teach you, then you could just say, I'm done with this. I wouldn't think any less of you. You seem to have the basics down.
I'd rather skip the pep talk and get started.
Fair enough. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good. Because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again.
Wait, is it not up to you? Don't you run Alpha Protocol?
Recognize him?
That's Sheikh Ali Shahid, the voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East.
Yeah, he got his hands on some prototype Halbeck technology. A missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. That airliner was his first target.
But how did Shahid get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He
Oh.
stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger happy. Then we want you to kill him.
You know where he is.
No, but that'll be part of your mission in the Middle East. Find the missiles, then find him and take him out.
You
Okay.
don't want him taken alive.
If he cooperates, sure, bring him in. On the off chance he tries to kill you, then put a bullet in his head.
I'll put my years in charm school to use.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit, and on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well, I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
You're gonna knock me out again? Damn it. It's gonna take me 3 days to piss out all the drugs. After awakening in a medical facility, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, this is basically a summary of everything that happened. Mina Tang reports that Michael Thornton excelled in the weapons range and has cleared him for field operations. Agent Thornton apparently ran the weapons course again after his score was calculated, and due to an unspecified weapons misfire on the range, Agent Darcy was hit and injured. While able to conduct orientation, Agent Darcy is still recovering. Sean Darcy reports that Thornton is fully cleared for technical operations and notes that his use of gadgets on the course was inventive. There were apparently several injuries on the gadget range due to a miscommunication in training schedules. Several guards were slated to begin the course at the same time as Agent Thornton and as a result suffered various injuries while believing Thornton was part of the challenge. The agents are now recovering. Alan Parker cited that Agent Thornton's score in the espionage course was one of the best in some time. I only set off 2 alarms. While expressing some skepticism at Thornton's lack of experience, initial testing is proving promising. Agent Thornton vanished for a short time during the espionage orientation. Thornton's whereabouts during this period are unknown, although Alan Parker claims that he noticed nothing out of the ordinary during the scheduled orientation run. Psychiatric evaluation was given by Yancey Westridge. Agent Thornton meets the psychological profile required for tracking down the missing Halbeck missiles and dispatching Sheikh Ali Shahid. And then you can see all the things that we did. $42,000 in medical bills. Good times. So there are a lot of things that this game set out to do
Care to explain how
that didn't
Halbeck
quite.
lost its missiles?
They didn't quite.
Old news. An accounting error.
The missiles. You didn't lose them, did you?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia.
So that guy is Leland. He's the CEO of Halbeck.
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of interference.
I made it to Saudi Arabia, sir. I'm at the safe house.
I guessed that much. See any shadowy agents in trench coats at the airport?
No, sir, I don't think so.
That was a joke, Mike. But stay
Oh.
on your toes anyway.
Okay.
Finding Shahid is your primary objective. Trouble is, we don't know his location, but we have 3 leads.
Okay.
An arms dealer, Nasri, is believed to have sold the missiles to Shahid, and he's currently operating in Saudi Arabia.
I already knew
If
that.
you can intercept him, maybe he can tell you where Shahid is, or guide you to the missiles.
Do we have anything else on Nasri?
Nothing more than what's in his dossier. If you can manage to make any contacts and find out more, we'd welcome it. We also tracked down the location of an airfield Shahid used in the past. If you can sneak in and plant a listening device, we may be able to track flight Shahid is using to move through Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Thirdly,
We've got the coordinates of an Al-Samad detention camp, also used as a stockpile for weapons. We suspect the missiles may be stored there.
any backup, sir?
Just Darcy on the comm.
Any backup, sir?
Funny, Mike. Darcy's enough. We'll want you to go in alone, recon the area, and shut down their radar and communications. Once that's down, we can call in air support and hit the camp hard.
No pressure.
And no backup. Get used to it. It's the job. You check out your new home yet? It's got some perks you might be interested in.
Full security system?
A computer with a hub connection so fast you'll feel like you're going back in time.
What, to the Stone Age? Please.
You can do dossier research, encrypted emails, and if need be, access some of the weapons dealers in the area. That'll be done on your own dime, however, using whatever funds you can find in Saudi Arabia.
I understand, sir. We wouldn't want Alpha Protocol tied to any weapons trafficking in the Middle East.
Exactly. There's also a weapons locker in the main living area. Open it up. Help yourself. but use the ammo and armor you think suits the mission. When you're ready to head out, just use the front door, or access the missions from the main terminal. I'll have already uploaded all the mission specs to your PDA. You can review them at any time.
Alright, so is that it? Westridge. Great.
All right. So welcome to my safe house. It's kind of okay. So there's a picture here from Darcy.
Hey, look. Darcy photoshopped our faces into a still frame of a buddy cop movie. That's, yeah. There's a note from Parker here. The agency made me give this to you. What a guy.
Oh, boy.
Mina wrote, way to score. I think she custom framed it just for me. Oh, nice. Agent Darcy sent me this for acing the training course. He misspelled my name. Thornton.
Fucking Darcy. And then there's... Isn't there one more? I don't think Parker actually gives you anything. Mina might. This is a pretty nice safe house. Very spacious. Can customize in there. Nothing there. Nothing there. This is my computer, baby. So, we've got some email. So, I'm guessing Westridge already gave you the lecture about not using agency funds on high-profile assassination missions. Aside from that, or from what's in your safe house, you'll have to make use of whatever you can borrow, swipe, or steal. If you need supplies, try the clearinghouse. It's a black market internet exchange, because of course it is. There's a seller on there named Mongoose who should be able to provide you with the basics while you're in Saudi Arabia. Speaking of stealing, a contact of mine in the U.S. government just dug up an Al-Samad slush fund buried in a Jordanian bank account. I've enclose the login credential and password in an attachment. Just download the data and a self-extracting executable will transfer the funds your way. Do it soon before the government amateurs finish filing the paperwork to seize the account for themselves. Keep an eye out for any other funds you can abscond during your mission. We're not worried about journalists and investigators following money trails in circles around the globe, as long as their search never takes them to Alpha Protocol. Welcome aboard. I've already set you up with an email address you can give to people you meet in the field. Not only is it against regulations to hand out your agency contact info, it's a pretty surefire way of getting reassigned to Greenland, Weehawken, or some other ass end of the world. mthornton@halbeck.com. Don't worry, the email won't sit on some corporate server. I've made sure all email in and out gets redirected to an encrypted server that you can access from any computer that's running the agency's decryption key. Your login password is Able Danger, minus the quotes, of course. Change it when you first log in. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for the warm welcome. Glad to be part of the team. Great, now I can pretend I'm a salaryman at a multinational corporation. I don't have any kids, so maybe I'll photograph my guns and put little framed pictures of my firearms on my desk. At the company party, we can get totally drunk, have sex in the supply closet, and then spend the next months acting all awkward when we meet up in the hallway. Just kidding. The getting drunk part is optional. Thanks, but if I want to stay in touch with someone, I'll meet them in person. I don't need matters of national security bouncing around civilian servers or floating through echelon filters. So we already know that Mina does not like it when people hit on her, and aggressive is just kind of being a douchebag, so let's send this. Hey, she likes me. Mikey, Westridge put me in charge of logistics for the run on the detention camp. Should be fun. Some things you need to know. Mission comes from thanks to a local contact of mine. Studied up on the base. Local weather patterns suggest a sandstorm will hit soon. I'll be your handler for the mission, but not your nanny. I know I'd tackle this mission with stealth and a shit ton of explosives when that fails. I don't care how you get things done. I just care that you get things done. Make sure all my friendly contacts are off-site, so don't worry about killing friendlies. I have a local contact that should suffice. His name's Murad, and he's a shameless mercenary of an arms dealer unafraid to peddle any weapons to anyone who offers cash, etc., etc., etc. So, let's take a look at the clearinghouse. You can buy guns. So they renamed all the weapons. The Samail 9mm pistol is actually kind of looks like a 5.7. And then the 2-star and the 3-star are just advanced versions of it. But all the pistols, all the weapons have different properties. This gun does less damage than the Hamilton 45, but it can hold more bullets and has better recoil and stability, so it's better for shooting it faster. And that's all we got here. But then there's guns that are better at accuracy and guns that hold more bullets and guns that do more damage, stuff like that. The most important thing that we can buy right now is not actually here because we already have it. Cool. It's the silencer. SMG, this is actually an Uzi. Yeah, this is actually an Uzi. This is actually a SPAS 12. And this is... kind of looks like a G36. It's with the top filed off. That's kind of weird. Anyway, you can customize all your guns. So you can get like balanced pistol grip to increase your recoil control, lighter pistol barrel to increase stability, basic pistol sights to increase accuracy, vented action to reduce damage but boost recoil by twice as much, stuff like that. You can buy different gear. We're going to want this eventually. So sound dampening is important. Sound dampening is how much noise you make walking around, and if you want to be stealthy, you got to have very high sound dampening. Clothes offer the highest sound dampening, but they don't allow you to use upgrade slots, which is what these are for, and these can reduce sound dampening or increase damage or blah blah blah. Fitted underlay improves ability cooldown rates, ammunition carrying capacity, increases damage resistance, you know, stuff like that. So this game is very customizable. And these are all the gadgets you can buy. And then you can buy upgrades for them so that you get level 2 versions of them. And then you can buy intel. So much intel. We're going to buy all of this. Anonymous black market sources offering intel on Nasri's weapon shipments. Buy. Reduction in enemy strength in the Armed Stealer mission. American private military company will run a sortie not far from Nasri's location and draw out any alert staff, leaving only the second-rate guards on duty when you show up. Worth it. Mission map. That's not really that necessary, but we'll buy it. Infiltrate the stockpile. You can have Al-Samad's weapon supplier shuttle in more weaponry at bargain rates, which you can then swipe during the mission. Yep. Darcy's contact in the area is willing to provide you with special instructions on disabling the compound security for a price, of course. Sure. An American private military company is offering day contracts anywhere in the Mideast. For a small fee, the PMC will run a sortie not far from Al-Samad's location and draw out any alert staff. Done. We'll expand your dossier on the Al-Samad terrorist network. Cool. Detailed map and precision rifle at a prearranged location. I don't need that. Cool. So then you go over here and you can actually read all that. Happily provide you with the detailed map of the security cameras. Enclosed files are ripped from Interpol regarding Al-Samad, which I've already downloaded. Services are required for supplemental support of a 138 infiltration. Authorization Zulu Paperclip 7. I will require a screening action east of Gizon to draw firepower away from my position. Please contact sdarcyhalbeck.com for payment in full. Full confidentiality is required. So there's a decent security system being rigged up in the place, but the building isn't exactly built for modern wiring, so everything runs through one circuit breaker with no fail-safes. Cool. Break that circuit breaker and it's lights out. You know I'll happily sell you anything I have in stock, but those armaments are gone from my warehouse, stolen by a former associate of mine. What a surprise to hear that my competitor and so-called friend Nasri now has those weapons in stock. He's getting ready to sell them to Al-Samad. Nasri is friends with the prince, so no court in the land would give me justice. Try to find someone to take back what is rightfully mine and have them sent your way. Cool. Alright, so next time on Character Select, we'll go out and do actual missions. Because I've been going for like an hour and 20 minutes, and that's kind of long. But I love this game. This game is great. I hope you come along with me while we do this. But here's the deal. You're going to see the way that I play through this game. The way that I play through this game is one of many, 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 many ways to play through this game. This game has 4 endings, and you're only going to see one. So for God's sake, I think this game is like $10 on Steam. Buy it. Obsidian has said that it became a cult classic shortly after it was critically panned for being mostly unfinished. And yes, it's buggy as shit, as you're going to see. That's not the point. This game is amazing. And I hope you guys enjoy it while we play through it. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And make sure to stay in the shadows and keep your infiltrations alarm-free. And grow a beard. Look at that fucking beard. Look at that man. Look at that manly man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.